it going, everyone? I am having a peculiar problem with my Turbo X, as the title says, and I'm wondering, I just want your guys' input on what you think might be wrong. So, you guys might recall, a couple weeks ago I did the DO88 coolant and radiator hose kit, and when I had to remove the expansion tank, I kind of messed up a little bit, and on pulling it out, there's a little sensor down under here. If you watch that video, you might remember, or if you've messed with the expansion tank before, you'll know that there's a little wire under here that connects to the coolant level sensor, or whatever you want to call it. And basically that entire sensor somehow got disconnected from the expansion tank and ended up falling out. And once I got the expansion tank out and looked at it, I realized that there were like two little tabs on either side. And one of those tabs actually had broken off. I think it might have gotten nicked on something or whatnot. But since I have put everything back together and, you know, whatnot, I'll go ahead and show you right here. It's still a little hot, but I don't think it's pressurized. Okay, it's not good. You can see that my coolant, you can see the little low marker down in there. It's hard to see on camera. There it is. It's filled probably about an inch above that, and the level hasn't moved. When I first started it, I got a notification that basically said coolant level low, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't tighten down one of the hoses, something's wrong. So when I got back home, I checked it over, and sure enough, it was lower, but I think that was really just because the car hadn't been through a drive cycle. I think all the hoses hadn't opened up and the coolant hadn't fully flowed through the entire system yet, so of course it always goes down a little bit, so I figured, okay, I'll just, you know, add a little bit more, fill it up completely again. Then sure enough, I started again, get the coolant level low thing again. I'm like, okay, maybe I have a leak of some sort. So I park it in a different spot overnight. No leaks, of course, good. But I think I broke that sensor. And I actually did see a post about this in the 2.8 group, or the 2.8 Facebook group, a couple weeks ago. About basically the person said that they needed a whole new expansion tank, but I feel like that's a little bit unnecessary. I feel like I would just need that new sensor. So my question to you guys is, because actually let me put this back on before I start the car. So no cuts, remember it's full. We're gonna start the car. And I'm going to get that great cornering headlight malfunction. Alright, come on. No cuts, I can't do cuts. So cornering headlight malfunction, yeah. So coolant level low refill, I get that every time. So I get that every time I start the car now. And, you know, well, it's not really a big, it's not like a big issue. Like, it doesn't affect the drivability of the car or anything. It's just annoying, one, to have that come up every time it starts, and two, what happens if one day my coolant is actually low and it's still, of course, it's still going to go off. For those of you that might have experienced this before, whether it be with a 2.8 or even a B207 or a 9.5 or whatever it may be, go ahead, comment down below. What was the solution to the problem? Was it an entire new expansion tank? Or did you just need that new sensor? Or what was wrong? Because I'm pretty certain it's that sensor, but I've also heard that you need a whole new expansion tank. My camera won't focus right now, so that's great. It's just getting worse. Come back. There we go. So before I purchase anything and inevitably drain the coolant again, I just wanted to reach out to you guys, make a video, because instead of making a post in the group, I figured you guys are knowledgeable, my subscribers are knowledgeable, so go ahead, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I've gotten lots of helpful tips and tricks from you guys before, so just let me know what you think. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you all so much for watching. By the way, I should have some videos on the ARC coming in the next few weeks. I'm probably going to be doing a series of videos here, probably once school ends, because school is just killing me right now. So another 2 to 3 weeks probably, and I'll start having a lot of ARC videos coming out. I apologize for not uploading anything on that car in like an extremely long time, but I promise more content is coming. So that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Check your body.